place else, unless we're getting paid extremely well for having them, we do not think make much sense. The second category of investments regard items that you buy that don't produce anything, but that you hope someone will pay you more for later on. And the classic case of that is gold. And I've used this illustration before, but if you take all of the gold in the world, don't get too excited now, and put it into a cube, it will be a cube that's about 67 feet on a side. It'd be 165,000 or 170,000 metric tons. So you could have a cube, if you owned all the gold in the world, you could have a cube that would be 67 or 68 feet on a side. And you could get a ladder and you could climb up on top of it and you could say, I'm sitting on top of the world, and think you're king of the world. You could fondle it, you could polish it, you could do all these things with it, stare at it. But it isn't going to do anything. It's all you are doing when you buy that is that you're hoping that somebody else a year from now or 5 years from now will pay you more to own something that again can't do anything. The person then thinks that somebody else will buy something 5 years later from him. In other words, you're betting on not just how scared people are now of paper money, you're betting on how much they think a year from now people will be scared 2 years from then on. Keynes described all of this, I think it was in chapter 12 of the General Theory, when he talked about this famous beauty contest where the game was not to pick out the most beautiful woman among the group, but the one that other people would think was the most beautiful woman. And then he carried it on to second and third degrees of reasoning. Anytime you buy an asset that can't do anything, produce anything, you're simply betting on whether somebody else will pay more for, again, an asset that can't do anything. And actually, we did that with silver, but silver had an industrial use. And about 13 years ago, I bought a whole lot of silver. And if you'll notice, silver's moved recently. So my timing was only about 13 years off, but who's perfect?